Hello. Today we are talking about a topic that gets asked all the time. And last week, Tim brought it up again and was like, our friend Tim, in the presence of others who we mention all the time, he was like, hey, you guys should do an episode on protections and openings and closings. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time. We've said a bunch of times that we were going to cover this, and we haven't yet. So here we are. And today is the day. So exciting. We're going to
Very
cover,
much so, yeah.
yeah, I know we've been talking about it forever, but we're going to cover, like I said, openings, closings, protections. Some of them will be general, at your house, because I think that's probably the thing that people are the most interested in. But then some will also be specific to doing paranormal investigations.
On Facebook, there's a featured section where you can tag videos or other important things that you would like others to see. So, right there on our page, if you go to it, you will scroll down just a little bit, you'll see featured. There, the first video is going to be how I close my doors. It's just explaining how, why, and giving a little bit of understanding to maybe some of you that do not understand why we feel it's so important to close our doors.
Yeah, everyone, if you're not following them, that's definitely whenever they're live, multiple people
Mhm.
ask about that. And I'm always like,
Yes.
go look at their pinned video.
Yes, it's there for anybody. I'm also wanting to cover how we protect ourselves in general. I use a triple, well, this is my favorite thing, the triple protection bracelet. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. That is used on me when I'm going on investigations. I keep it with me when I'm leaving the house, anywhere that I go. I just generally keep it with me. It's in the next room. I should have grabbed it. I didn't. I'm sorry. But around the house, I'm going to tell you how I protect myself as well.
Yeah, I think, and I have some show and tell, but obviously that's only if you're watching it on YouTube. And we don't
Hmm.
have a ton of YouTube followers, but I still wanted to include the show and tell stuff.
And that shows Dawn's organization skills are a little bit better than
Yeah,
mine.
it's a little insane, but whatever. But
It's okay. It's great.
yeah, do you want to first go over kind of what you do at your house, like things that you have around your house, but
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
also, you know, basics of cleansing things? I mean, we did an episode before about
Yeah.
detailed cleansing, but just kind of touch on what you do, because Amy and I have different beliefs and we do things differently, which is good. So you'll get a couple of viewpoints.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we should say first, I guess, is there's no right or wrong way to do stuff like this. Do research, figure out what you feel the most drawn to, and just remember the biggest thing about this stuff, no matter what it is, protection, cleansing, opening, closing,
Hmm.
no matter what it is your intentions and what you put into it before and while you're doing some of these things. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Different things work for different people, and don't listen to just one person and be like, oh, I have to do this way. You can take ideas from anywhere, anyone, and make it your own.
I agree 100%. And you're going to see as I explain my protection from my general life to investigations and to just in the house, you're going to see that there are some things that are going to kind of be similar that I use for all three. So I also do want to make it clear that this is how I cleanse, protect, and take care of myself and my surroundings. If you do it a different way, that's okay. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that this is how I take care of my side. Now, in general, I do have a bracelet anytime that I leave the house. I don't feel as drawn to wear it in the house just simply because I'm surrounded by everything that I've got set up going around here. So when I leave the house, I always put that on. I have a chakra set that does shine in my car through the sunlight, the moonlight. It stays cleansed, it stays charged. I have that in there. I love to, a lot of people may not know about this, and it's probably going to be, I guess, taboo. Some of you may giggle at me a little bit, but cat whiskers. I carry a cat whisker with me, keep one in the car. I have one in my wallet. We carry them with us because it's believed that they keep you safe while you're on your travels. You can't go picking them or pulling them out. You have to actually just find it randomly through the house if you do have a cat. But we're lucky to do that every so often. And I have this cute little owl that I keep them all in. I'm going to guess I've probably got maybe 50 cat whiskers that I've collected. But remember, at one point we had 5 cats. So it's really not crazy to think that I've collected that many over this many years. So yeah, I collect them. I give them away sometimes to my friends who like the idea of it or want one. Shannon and I keep them. Just a fun little way to, I don't know, remember our babies and keep that little bit of protection alive. If you believe in something and have the intent in it, I do believe it can work. And for years, we've heard that cats are protectors. So why not? It doesn't hurt anyone. I don't feel like we're doing anything wrong. So when we go on investigations, again, I've still got that triple protection bracelet on. I'm going to go ahead, stop, and explain what a triple protection bracelet is. It will have hematite, it will have tiger's eye, and it also has black tourmaline. It's just a little mixture of them. I have one that is sized for a female. Shannon has one that is sized for a male. You can find those, or if you don't care, they have the unisex ones. I just prefer the little dainty, girly one. It's pretty and it doesn't really get in my way. It's easy to wear. Also, I will keep some crystals on me. I like to keep selenite. I'll keep black tourmaline. I like to keep obsidian and usually an amethyst. We always, when we are finished cleansing, when we're finished investigating, we will cleanse ourselves with some sage. We will close our doors. I'll talk a little bit about that here in just a little bit. We do also like to, I don't know exactly how Shannon's prayer goes, but he does some sort of personalized prayer that's kind of private between him and, his maker. Me, I like to use my personal prayer, and I also love the Lord's Prayer. But when it comes to closings, again, I'm going to talk about that some more. I don't know. I think a lot of you may disagree, and that's okay. But I think intent means the world. And if you set out, you have your things that you know protect you, and you have that intent, I believe it's almost like carrying a piece of selenite. It just magnifies that protection that you do have. Also, in investigations, I do like to call upon spirit guides and angels.
Wait, so the crystals that you carry on you, I know you said the bracelet you wear all the
Hmm.
time except when you're at home, but what about the
Yeah.
crystals? Do you carry those all the time as well?
Nah, on investigations where I feel like I might need them.
Oh, okay.
Usually, I'll pack those into a place where I feel like it might be just a tad bit darker than what I might usually like to go to. Just that little bit of added protection helps.
Yeah, I carry mine in my pocket. You put yours in your
Mhm.
bra, right?
I used to until
Oh.
the bag. I hate this bag that I have. I'm going to have to get another one. It started staining the inside of my white bra a
Mm.
turquoise color. And everybody knows that we don't want that. So I had to take that out. And it wasn't because I was sweaty or anything like that. That's what you would think. It's just because it was a deep turquoise fabric that I guess maybe bleeds a little bit. So I started putting it in my pocket and had no problems after that.
Yeah, but so we each have a little bag that has various crystals in it, and you can do that, and you can carry it on you wherever. You can carry it
Mhm.
in a purse, you can carry it in a
Yeah.
pocket, in your bra, wherever it's going to stay put and not fall out, basically.
Yep, because I had one that I'd been packing since the start of my journey, and I was at Planet Fitness. I had worked out, went to go and tan. Sadly, somehow I lost it in there, and I they didn't find it. I went back, didn't find it myself. I don't know what happened to it, but that devastated me to lose that bag.
I remember when that happened.
Devastated.
Yeah,
Like I felt like my world was over. Yeah, I was devastated.
yeah.
And in the house, I love selenite. I have got selenite everywhere. I have it over my doorways, coming and going entryways. I like to keep the cleanse of the walkways so there's not a lot of negativity running through. I like to keep one in my bedroom above the doorway. I've got several selenite towers in the living room, pieces here, there, everywhere. Love selenite, and also any other kind of crystal that you do have laying around, it will help magnify its properties as well, if any of you did not know that. We have several pieces of black tourmaline, several pieces of tiger's eye through the house. We've just got a lot of different stones laying out, especially maybe geared a little toward what you need for each room. Let's you need a little bit of love and peace and relaxation in the bedroom, just that kind of thing. When it comes to cleansing, I love to use sage or either a lavender bundle. When I cleanse the house, I will add in a dragon's blood incense. And then I also like to add in Palo Santo, a stick. I will use a white candle that I place burning in the middle of our home. And then that's when I start prayer, and then I go through and cleansing. I don't know. I probably cleanse a lot different than others. And I know we're not going to totally get into that. We did do an episode, like Dawn said earlier before. So you can go back and listen to how we cleanse, how it differs, and then really get the total vision of how it doesn't really matter how you cleanse, it's how you use it to your advantage in what you believe in. Intent, intent, intent.
Yeah, so for the house, for protection, I try to remember, and I don't have a timer set or anything on my phone to remind me or a reminder. I just remember it every once in a while. I try to do it once a month. There are a couple things that I do that sort of dual cleanse and protect. I make a concoction with cinnamon and orange and clove, and it smells so good. And I
Mm,
put that throughout the entire house, the steam, because I boil it. And I, fan it around the house, the steam, and I just say, that anything negative, any energy, any emotions, all that has to leave through the front door. And then I say different things about protecting as well. And
mhm,
then I use salt. I will do two different ways. One is super fast, super simple, super basic. You put some in your palm, you blow it out the front door, or you could throw it. Again, it's whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. Like my lungs are bad, so one day I might not be able to blow it out the door, so I'll throw it. Like it's your intention. So when I do that, I will say something about the house being protected from anything negative or dark or anything that doesn't mean anything good. And then I will put a salt line on the front step, like down at the bottom by the sidewalk, as sort of like a barrier. And I'll
mhm.
say the same thing. So I'll try to do that, like I said, once a month if I remember both of those. I don't do the crystals around the house because we don't really have a place above our doors to
Mm.
put them that's very big. So I would have to use like little chips. I don't know.
Well, I guess you still could, but luckily
Yeah.
we have the ones where you can lay the little slabs up there and it's perfect. So we got lucky on that.
Yeah, ours aren't really big enough. So I've used in the past, and I don't put holes in the walls and hang them or anything, but I will, if there's something there that I can figure out how to hang them. I have little besom brooms and then I have big ones. And the thing with those as well is you should look up if you're going to use them. They're so pretty and you can get all different flowers and crystals in them. And there's a million of them out there that you can buy. It's BESOM, I think, from what I
Around the
recall.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
but
got 5.
also the direction of the broom,
Mhm.
handle up or handle down, means something. So just do your research. If you're ever doing anything, really, just do your research because with this kind of stuff, just know you can also do the opposite. And I don't mean like you're putting selenite above your door and you're saying, hey, this is to protect me and my family. Like that's pretty self explanatory.
Mhm.
But if you're doing anything that involves, especially like spells or any kind of witchy stuff or whatever, which a broom is, just make sure you do a little research. That's all. And then you can develop your own style in your own ways and whatever. But there are certain things that do have properties to them, like the
Mhm.
direction of the broom, for instance. So some of this is you can do it however, and some of this, there are some basics that you should follow. I don't know.
Agreed. Yeah,
It's
agreed.
especially if you're planning on burning candles and doing anything that is spell like. And maybe in
Oh,
your head, you don't think that that's a spell, but it kind of is. There's a lot of things that people do that have witchcraft properties to them. They just don't think it or know it or wouldn't think that, you know?
mhm. Yeah, very true.
So just, yeah, just look things up. That's all.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the basics of what I do. I like you said, a lot of white candles
Mhm.
around my house regularly. Those candles have different properties for different colors and are a great, super easy way to do something in your house for protection.
Mhm. Very easy. Yeah, and like when I start with the white candle, that's to call upon my spirit guides, angels, and God as I pray to ask them to come be with me as I work through the house and help protect me and the property. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely want to look into what, I guess, color candles you would like to use and what you're using them for.
Yeah, and I have, when I say a shit ton, I can't even begin to explain to people how many crystals and things that I have around here. People call it an altar. I don't necessarily call mine an altar, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I probably should because it has all kinds of stuff on it. But I keep crystals in several spots. I have a bunch here on my desk on either side of me. Different things. I have spell jars. I have all kinds of things where I sit when I do important things like our podcast or whatever. So I have crystals and spell jars and spell bags that I've done spells and all kinds of stuff sitting around me. I have different ones on my nightstand because there are crystals that you can use for things like sleep and relaxation and things that have those types of properties. So I have those kinds of crystals sitting and protection next to me on my nightstand. And then I have a desk that has three full shelves. Like it's out of control. But I like
Right.
how they look, first of
Hmm.
all.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And now that I've gotten laid off, clearly I don't do that anymore. But that was definitely like I guess a hobby or something while I was
Hmm.
employed. So I have crystals in different places in the house, just not above, I guess, the doorways. And I have, so I do have Palo. I primarily use it when I investigate. I would say I use Palo 95% just for investigations. And I always make sure it's ethically sourced and it's from a native person. And I won't buy it if I don't know because that's important to me.
Hmm.
In fact, I, for show and tell, just my friend John Joseph, we went to the cemetery the other day and he bought me this, which is so pretty. It's got eucalyptus and lavender, but these ones, I had said to him, "Oh, I don't buy Palo." And I explained that whole thing that I just said. And then I turned it over and it said that they're ethically sourced and all of that. So he bought them for me. And if anyone likes old Hollywood content, please go follow him, John
Yeah.
Joseph. He's so kind.
He's got some really good content too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So oils. I use oils. This is just one of the ones that I have, but I will use protection oils. Sometimes I'll use them before medical procedures or anything, it just I have a lot of medical issues, so I'll put a couple drops of that on and I'll buy this is just one of them. I also have sprays, but I haven't put them in yet, but sometimes when I get these, I will take crystal chips that I put intention into and I'll drop them into the oil
Hmm.
just so that because this was made by someone else and it says on it what the intentions are and what the purpose of it is for. But I want my own in there as well. So
Hmm.
I'll take these little crystal chips and I'll throw them into the bottoms of these bottles if I don't make my own oil. And that's just a
Perfect.
way to like get your own brain working with what you want it to do.
Perfect. Yeah. I've got protection oil, but I don't I don't ever use it.
Yeah. And then crystals, I know Amy talked about some. I just made this quick little list here for protection. Here are some of the main crystals that people you'll see them using. Black tourmaline, that's like probably considered like the most ultimate, the one that people use the most. It absorbs negative energy, it provides grounding, which is great. Amethyst, a very popular stone. I would almost think amethyst is maybe the most popular stone, but that's just a guess.
Oh,
But
the color of it, and who doesn't need help with anxiety and love and
right.
relaxation? So yeah,
Yeah,
add that with
exactly.
some black tourmaline, and you've got your perfect protection bundle.
Yeah. So amethyst, like Amy said, it's like calming and it keeps your environment safe and it can help with if you're a believer like spiritual protection as well as an
Mhm.
added bonus. And black obsidian, it's kind of similar to tourmaline. If you get these raw, tourmaline is almost matte in color and
Mhm.
obsidian is more shiny. So that's kind of how you can tell the difference. But they're similar in properties. It's more for about like negative thoughts and things like that, negative energy. They're both good for grounding. So
Mhm.
if you're somewhere and you're like, oh, I want black obsidian, but they only have black tourmaline, like they're
It's
similar.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Grab either or. They're going to do you both well with protection
Yep. And then
because you can
smoky.
always get the other later.
Yeah. And then smoky quartz. I freaking love smoky quartz.
So gorgeous.
Yes. But that one is good for creating energetic boundaries. It's good with negativity. I
Hmm.
use smoky quartz in almost all of my spell work. Not always, but like probably 90% of the time I use it. Another one I use, I use maybe every time citrine. I love citrine for everything. Oh my
It's a
gosh.
great crystal. Yes.
Yeah. So the only thing, it's like a yellow color, which isn't necessarily my thing.
I think it's pretty.
It is. It's just, it's yellow's yellow, but that will help with energy levels and like positivity and things like
Hmm.
that. Hematite, we talked about.
Hmm.
Selenite, we talked about. Tiger's eye, we talked about a little. Pyrite. Pyrite is good
Hmm.
for negative energy. Labradorite, that's
Hmm.
also good for energy levels. Fluorite,
Hmm.
that is good for focusing and decision making and just being smart. So any of those crystals are amazing for protection and just your mind, and you
Hmm.
can wear jewelry, you can, like we said, carry these bags on you. You can do the oils and put the oils on and put the little crystal chips in. Like there's so many possibilities out there. It's amazing.
And every one of those crystals can be paired with a piece of selenite, and that's going to magnify and also keep them charged as well. So it's like a little, if you will, battery pack for your crystals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much. We also talked about the rose quartz. You can add, or we talked about amethyst. You can add rose quartz in there as well. And it is another crystal that will kind of give you that calm and relaxation, loving vibe added to your protective crystals as well. It'll pair well with all of them.
Yeah. I only have one rose quartz. Well, now this new one that John bought me also, the chakra, it has
Gorgeous.
a rose quartz in it. I
I
don't
have
use a
so
lot of
much.
that. It's just not, I don't vibe with it at all. And the only
Really?
rose quartz that I have is a turtle. And I only bought that because that's Harrison's favorite. And it's sort of like the love crystal. So I bought that
Yeah.
because of my nephew Harrison.
But
But
it is, it's a good way to have the little bit of loving and protective and positive vibe pushed over to your intent with your other crystals.
yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we want to cover before we move on to specifics with paranormal investigating.
Yeah, maybe openings. Always make sure that you introduce yourself. Very, very, very important to introduce yourself and remain respectful. And it's probably not a bad idea to say what you're there for.
So, everyone that I investigate with, they always hate my opening because I slather on my oil and I say all the things, and I am very direct with, if you are dark, do not talk to me, do not interact with me. I only want to talk to things that are of the light, that mean me no harm. I say all the things. And most people, including Amy and Shannon, when they investigate, they want to talk to whatever wants to talk to them. So the way that I do it isn't for everyone.
Except now, don't take that the wrong. We're not looking. Okay, yeah, demons. If you want to come talk to us, come talk to us. It's nothing like that now. So don't get that thinking in your head.
No, but they're not putting on the oils and like all the
No.
stuff I do before. And sometimes depending on where I am and the history, I will even follow myself outside before
Mhm.
just to like cleanse anything that I'm bringing in that might be negative. And I also, on the way, when I investigate, I will blast like old school hip hop or something to get me hyped up and in a good mood and happy. And you never want to investigate in a bad mindset. So that's important as well. So I guess to kind of go hand in hand with your opening is your mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, just be positive, open, and be a healthy version of yourself. Very important.
Yeah. And it doesn't, I feel like some people get the wrong impression that you have to be serious and everything's like, rah. But you, spirits, if you believe in that, I- if no, I'm an open skeptic. We've talked about this before. If I were to say, yes, I believe in entities, ghosts, spirits, whatever, I'm going to believe that they are in death who they are in life. Most
Yeah.
people don't want you coming in all raw, serious, and like just
Mhm.
be yourself, and
Yes.
that includes your opening. Like if you're going to introduce yourself and say what you're there for. And I always also include, like, I'm not here to harm you. I just want to give you a voice, that kind of stuff. Just be yourself.
Well, honestly, yeah, be yourself and be honest because there's no sense in trying to lie because they already know as soon as you walk in that door. We're just opening up a positive means of communication, a positive opening. Because I was always taught to speak to others like you'd want to be spoken to. And so far, it's worked for Shannon and I when it comes to communication during investigating. So I don't think that our thinking is completely crazy.
Yeah. And so we only have 3 minutes left. I want to cover closings as well. I mean, for me, I almost do something very similar. I'll go outside, either spray, Palo, both, whatever I'm
Hmm.
feeling like, depending on how much communication and whatever. I do that to myself and my equipment. And then I will say, you have to stay here. This communication is over. Goodbye. Thank you. Always thank them. Even no
Hmm.
matter who you think you
Yep.
talked to, if it was good,
Or
bad,
even if you didn't
whatever.
talk to anybody,
Yes.
still
Yeah.
thank you. They owe
Yeah.
you nothing. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I kind of do the similar things as I do for openings, but I also tell them, you cannot attach to me. You cannot
Mhm.
attach to anything that I have used today to communicate with you.
Yep. The door of communication is now closed. You may no longer communicate with me anymore. You may not use my devices anymore. You may not attach to my devices and you may not attach to me. Again, the door is closed. Thank you for your communication. Oh, and in the beginning, I also let them know that we're not here to try to make anyone communicate that doesn't want to. If you are willing, if you want to, if you are able to, please come and have a conversation with us. I feel like that's huge.
Yeah. Free will. If they don't
Hmm.
want to talk, they don't have to.
And they won't.
Mm,
So,
no. And that's important. Everything's on their terms. And it's not bad to say that in your opening. Listen, this is on your
no,
terms.
no. If you follow us on the paranormal couple, you have heard that said so many times it's stomped into the ground. But that's because it's important.
Yeah. All right. We have a minute. So we're done. I hope you
Yeah.
all enjoyed
Sorry
this.
that that was jumping like this, like we're having a little ADHD party.
What?
But hey, we
I
were trying
thought
to
we
get
did
it in and
good.
at the end, I was
Oh.
like, I was really, getting it here, there, and everywhere, but I was trying to get it in and it worked. So it's
It's
okay.
this stupid Zoom limitation. We have 40
I
minutes. And then
know.
Amy and I are like, oh my God, squeeze it all in 40 minutes, where we used to be able to record for hours. And now we're all freaked out. But anyway, we'll meet back here in 2 weeks, and we'll be starting a new one that's going to be so good. I'm
Whoop, whoop.
excited.
I'm
Yes,
super excited.
me
Yeah.
too. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Hope you enjoy this and learned anything, or you've been asking for it. So hopefully you like it.
Yeah. Ask questions if you need. We'll address them.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.